Hi everyone, my name is Jesse Bray. I am an animator, and I like to go by JS Bray. That sounds a little more booky, but I wanted to start something, an exploration, something I've not done before. And personally, I don't really spend a lot of time, uh, I guess, talking about the process of animation. So what I want to do is I want to take this time to create a vlog, just to even just for posterity or just for my own edification. I want to talk about developing animation and the particular project I'm working on, as well as the process that goes into this. I've been teaching for years. I've also been doing animation for years, so I believe I understand the process quite well. And I want to talk about some of the pitfalls. So each time I come on here, if you want to ask me questions, you're welcome to during the live stream. If not, I don't really anticipate really anything. I'm just keeping myself open to it. But largely, I want to talk about the process of developing intellectual property. And this is going to be my intellectual property that I'm looking to, instead of having to deal with typical streamers or the way the animation is created, just kind of just giving sort of a free flow conversation about how cartoons are made, and how I've experienced them. And of course, there are big studios out there that produce these animations with gigantic teams with massive budgets. And I'm largely going to do them on a skeleton crew. It will probably be myself and maybe a few other folks who are humbly along for the ride. Other times it might be, as things kind of change, but I want to kind of give you an idea of what to expect with this video log. It's not going to be necessarily riveting, but it might be. It might be something that you find interesting. There is a lot of possibility out there. And so here I am rambling. Here I am talking about something, but I want to give you some context. So there are two well, really three projects that I would like to bring to light. Three projects that I want to put out in the world, and three of them that I've been working on for some time. So the first project that I am going to be working on an animation series as well as a book series is called City of Children. And if you are familiar with my work, which you may or may not be, again, my studio is Mr. Bray Labs, and I've been working on the series called City of Children, and it's a 9-part series. Originally, it was a 3-part series. The first book has been released, and it's about these three kids that awaken to a world without adults, and sort of that's the story that follows that. So hopefully, with each post, I might take time to talk about how that project is developing, where that's gone. And then the other project I've been developing for some time is called Inklings. Inklings these are all children friendly. City of Children is probably more for the older side, a little more sophisticated than your preschoolers, but still children friendly. The second series is called Inklings, and it's an animated series. It's about these insects that live in a library attic, and they go on literary adventures. It's very quirky. And I've been developing for quite some time. And so that process, which we will hopefully get into the stages of how animation is built from script to screen. And we will hopefully even show you how I design the artwork and how we cast and how we use stuff like that. And I'm hoping to maybe cross-share some table reads from actors who've done just brilliant work. And the other project that I have is this one it's a little more on the children's book side. It's called the Sasquatch Wristwatch. It's one of the many different kids books I've been developing. The book is largely written. It just has not been released yet. So perhaps if you show up, perhaps if you take any interest in what I do, you will hear about some of these properties. You might also hear a bit more about the person, the man behind the animation. And if this is anything that's intriguing to you, please tune in when you see and ask questions. I'm trying to be more organized about that, but ultimately this is just an experiment right now. So the social experiment is, can I develop a project in front of everybody's eyes? And some of this is already out. Some of this has different talent and investors, but altogether, how can I take an idea that lives in here and perhaps on the hard drive and show this without anyone having any interest? And when it comes to fruition and you see the animation, most time we consume something without even thinking how it was made. And I say we, and I'm just assuming you're like me. You drink a cup of coffee, and you might know there's coffee in that cup, but you don't know where the beans came from. You don't know the history of the water, the cycle of the paper. Those may not be intriguing to you, but they are to me. They are to creatives. And so by noting this process, rambling here in front of the screen, you might develop a bit more interest in what I'm trying to build. So you'll learn things about my family, my faith, and my background. You'll learn about who I am as a person, and that might make you want to be more involved. And what that means for a person who's listening to another person, putting my heart on my sleeve, I'm letting you know that I'm going to create something, hopefully that will be a blessing to you, to be something of value to you. And so I've been doing this for quite some time, and I'm still alive. I'm still, in a sense, taking care of my family and all that needs to be done. But I'm just learning as I go, just like the rest of us. So thank you. This is my honorary welcome to my vlog. If you enjoy this vlog, if you find it interesting, please like and subscribe. Mostly because that way it will encourage me that you're out there. Encourage me that people are taking note. If not, that's okay. Move on. There's a rich ocean of content on YouTube and other platforms. So again, my name is J.S. Bray. Friends call me Jesse. I own a small studio called Mr. Bray Labs. That's www.mrbray.com. And if you're interested about how an intellectual property becomes to life, watch it being written, animation painstakingly made in front of your eyes. That is more or less the goal of me vlogging this experience. If it crashes, if I lose interest, I hope not. But by more people paying attention, I think perhaps there's something that we can all gain together. Let's go on a journey together and create something out of nothing. All right, you all take care and have a blessed day.